and welcome back to the My Realtor Jaleesa home buying series. My name is Jaleesa, and if you are new here, welcome. This is a series all about home buying, answering a bunch of different questions about the process, tips and tricks. And if you have any questions and haven't seen a video on it yet, please let me know. I am happy to answer your questions. That's what I'm here for. And really quickly, I'm excited to introduce that I have now a homebuyer notebook. So this is something that goes to all of my new clients when they hire me to help them purchase their first home. I have a home selling notebook as well, but I'll actually be pulling from here for today's topic. So really quickly, today's topic, without further ado, is all about showing tips and things to know when you start looking at houses physically. So the first tip is actually not about looking at houses in person. The tip is make sure to check and see if the listing has any 3D tours available. I know it's not the same as seeing a house in person. However, I highly recommend checking out 3D tours because those can be really helpful when you're trying to get the feel for a layout of the house. Photos are really great. However, they can be very deceiving, and the 3D Matterport tours, they're called Matterport, it's the company that does them, those give you a really great idea of what the layout looks like, of how the flow of the house feels, and in a way that photos don't, you can actually see different details about different spaces because you get that 360-degree view. You get what's called a dollhouse view, so you can really get to know the house before you go see it in person. My next tip is kind of along those lines. However, it's more about learning the neighborhoods you're into. So I highly recommend doing drive-bys, especially when it's really early in the process. Maybe you don't know exactly what location you want to look at, or maybe there's just a ton of options out there and you need to narrow it down. Doing a drive-by can be a really beneficial tool. All right, so the next tip is that if your agent has set you up on the MLS, something that I highly recommend is that you make use of the little icons for sorting through houses that you're looking at, especially, again, if there's a lot of homes that are falling within your search. That recycle button will throw away the homes that you don't need to see again. The heart and the little light bulb are really useful as well to kind of denote the homes that maybe you're interested in or that you really love. The really great thing about those features is that your agent can actually see which homes you're liking and which homes you're not liking, and that gives them the opportunity to get to know what it is that you really like or don't like about homes. Another really awesome feature in the MLS is that you can add notes. So it's a really great way also to communicate with your agent about the reasons that you like a space or the reasons that homes didn't quite fit the bill, even asking questions. Really, really useful. All right, I don't know if this is a tip or a trick, but let me tell you, when it is time to actually go look at houses, it's really, really important to know that you're going to need to set aside dedicated time to purchasing or finding the home that you're looking for. Depending on how the market is going, sometimes it's a buyer's market, sometimes it's a seller's market, but in any case, you really don't want to miss out on a home that you love. And so making sure that you are paying attention to homes that are on the market, setting aside time to go see homes, or making sure that you communicate with your agent so that your agent can go take a look at a home and maybe do a virtual tour. It's just really important to make sure that you are aware that you're going to need to dedicate time to the purchase process. So on the other end of the spectrum of making time for your showings and making time to go see homes is a limitation. I do not recommend you see more than 5 homes in one day. It can just be super overwhelming to look at too many houses in one day, and it actually makes it harder to make a decision because houses start to mix together, and you're much better off prioritizing first and then seeing the homes that you really feel that you love. So while 5 homes is the max, I would say 3 homes is a definite sweet spot when looking at houses. The next tip is all about communication. When you find a home that you love, make sure that you've already decided with your agent what the best form of communication is so that you can quickly and efficiently get into the house that you're looking at. You really don't want to miss out on a home that you absolutely love, especially if it's something that just came on the market. Maybe we know it's priced correctly and that it's going to go quickly. All of the communication lines need to be super open so that you can make sure to get in and see it. And right along those lines, the next tip is make sure that you have that MLS number ready from the listing when you are reaching out to your agent. You can definitely send them the address or a link, but when you have that MLS number, that's the fastest and easiest way that your agent can look up a property and get you in and scheduled for a showing. Hey friends, unfortunately I didn't realize that my camera had run out of juice just before I was finishing rounding out this video. So here's a cute video of Luna while I let you know that if you do have any questions, please reach out. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next one.